I feel like an old dog in a pool, you know, and it's just like resting its limbs.
Oh.
It's very nice. I don't mind turning to be a raisin by the end of the shoot.
Come make me feel sane, baby. Come make me feel sane, baby.
Hey guys! Hey! Once again, long time no sit down and talk about photography. Hello. Since my second to last video, I've had so much on my plate. I started a job because an art... Okay, hold on, my Hot Pocket is done. Okay, this is my Hot Pocket. It's very dome shaped. Since my last couple of videos, I started a job because I've been freelancing and the gigs that I would get are very sporadic and it would definitely not be a stable source of income if I were to decide to move out. So I picked up a part-time job, and with that and freelancing combined, it doesn't feel like part-time. It feels like I'm constantly working. That is what's going on. That's why I don't post as often. But it seems like I do get a steady amount of subscribers even though I don't post as often as I used to, so maybe I should just never post. What do you guys think? Will I get more subscribers if I never post for the rest of my life? Let me know down below. Summer and I did a pool/water type shoot, which we've been dying to do for the longest time, so I'm gonna talk through it with you guys and hopefully it'll give you guys some inspo or something of the sort. I had to do a lot of like different angles and just like moving things around just to avoid it looking too pool-y. So without further ado, now we can talk about it. Okay, so I think I'm about to get a migraine. I should take my medicine now. Hold on.
She in fact did have a migraine. All my light-sensitive buddies rise up.
That was awkward. Hi. It's literally day 3 of trying to film this video. Can we please just get on with it? Oh my god. Let's finally talk about the photo shoot, shall we? So the first few photos were us just trying to get into the swing of things, dipping our toes in the water, one might say.
This feels quite nice.
Yay. Summer was just like floating in the water, just swimming around, and I was shooting above her like so. I really wanted to get a shot of Summer like floating on her back. That'd be really cool, but floating on your back is pretty tough, you know, and trying to stay stationary. So we went to the end of the pool where there's like steps and then a little rail to help you like get out of the pool. She was just gonna anchor her feet onto the steps, and as she was doing that, she was like reaching onto the rail, which I thought looked really cool. And I know I said I didn't want it to look too pool-y, but I really liked how these shots look, so I had to do it. To me, this photo seems accidentally intentional. Every inch of the photo serves a purpose. I really like how it turned out compositionally. It's very angular, the way her body is like angled. I guess my favorite part of this photo is the like ripple from the droplet coming off of her sleeve. I just love it. As for color correcting, which I don't do a lot of in my other photos, I really had to go in on this one. Our pool is painted blue, so therefore it makes the water look blue. I went into the color selector on Photoshop and I tweaked the cyan and the blues to make them like extra green and swampy and algae-y looking. My grandpa cleaned the pool just for us to use it and just for me to make it look like a dirty green pool. It's just part of the artistic process, really. There are 2 props that I've been using a lot in my more recent shoots. The first are these sheer curtains that my mom was about to throw away. They were like ridden with moth holes and stuff, but I was like, no, give them to me. I can use them for shoots, and that I have been doing. And then the second thing is a mirror that I got from IKEA, which you'll see in later photos, but we're gonna talk about the sheets right now. We were trying to figure out ways to incorporate the sheet, and I was really inspired by this photo. He's leaning on the lily pad, and obviously we don't have a lily pad, so we just tossed the sheet onto the water. Summer was like leaning on it before it completely sunk, and to me it looks like a massive jellyfish. I don't know if that's just me trying to use the creative side of my brain to see things differently. If it just looks like a sheet, please be honest, please tell me. We appreciate honesty on this channel. We were trying to figure out other ways to use a sheet, and we ended up just draping it over her shoulders and like tying it on to make it look like a really long veil type situation. I really like how these turned out, especially in her expression. This was after like Summer had submerged her hair and her face underwater, so this was definitely giving me Jennifer's body type vibes. After that, we continued with the sheets. Summer was holding it up like this, but the way she was holding it up, there was like a tiny bit of a gap at the top where you can see the background, and I really did not want to incorporate the background into it. I really wanted the sheet to take up the top half of the photo. I don't know if it's obvious to those who have a keen eye for Photoshop, but I use content aware fill on the top left to kind of mask the background and make it look like the sheet continuously goes all the way to the edges. The sun was setting so fast after that. By the time we started shooting, it was between like 7 and 7:30, so we were on a time crunch. So these last few photos are us trying to get in as many photos as we could with our limited time. I wanted to do some slow shutter. I don't want to say long exposure because they're not like super long. I just wanted to get some movement and really take advantage of how flowy the sheets are in the water. The first one, Summer swimming towards me, and then the second one, I don't even know how we did this one, if I'm being completely honest. Summer is somehow like completely stationary, but the sheets around her are doing like a whirlpool kind of thing, and it looks so cool. You can't even see her limbs at all. This is definitely one of my favorite photos from the entire shoot. And then these last three are her. I wanted her to like swim away from me and then like kind of look over the shoulder. Just with like a slight change of the body language, you get a totally different story from it. With these two, it seems like they're very inviting. And then the last one is like she's being followed. I love making up stories in my head. And then the last one is the one with the mirror shot. I love how disorienting this photo is. It doesn't come off as a mirror when you first look at it when it's flipped this way, which I really like. Thank you for bearing with this video. It was chaotic to say the least. I lost a few brain cells. I suffered quite a bit. I really hope the video was in focus this whole time. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys again very soon. Bye!